This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a blessed Sunday. And in the news this morning for October 1, 2023, 6-year-old shot dead by gunmen in Duhaney Park. A 6-year-old boy was shot dead by gunmen on Thetford Avenue in Duhaney Park, St. Andrews, Saturday morning. He has been identified as Marquino Tim Glynn, who was killed when gunmen fired on a vehicle he was being transported in. The vehicle was being driven by the child's father. It was reported that around 7:30 a.m., the father had just driven from their house in a white Toyota Hiace when it was alleged that a white Toyota Probox motorcar with two armed men aboard drove up. The men, police said, opened gunfire to the rear of the Hiace, shooting up the vehicle and hitting Marquino in the back of the head. The father reportedly drove to the Duhaney Park police station and sought assistance to the hospital. A police unit transported the injured child to the Kingston Public Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. No motive has been established for the attack, the police said. Grade 11 B.B. Cook student charged with assault. The grade 11 student of B.B. Cook High School, who reportedly beat a grade 8 student, Jaheim Coleman, unconscious on Thursday, has been charged with assault occasioning grievous bodily harm. Head of the St. Elizabeth Division, Acting Superintendent Coleridge Minto, gave an update on Saturday, adding that the student will be brought before the Santa Cruz Parish Court on Monday to answer to the charges. Reports are that on Thursday, shortly after dismissal of classes, the two boys were among students collecting their phones when the older boy accused the Coleman of stepping on his clerk's shoes. The grade 11 student allegedly assaulted Coleman by punching and beating him on his hands and the face. Coleman, who is 14, was taken to the Mandeville Regional Hospital for treatment following the incident. He was transferred to the University Hospital of the West Indies on Saturday for a brain scan. The incident, a video of which went viral, has sparked much debate among social media users. While others were recording, 3 brave young men moved to save a life. They are Jamaica's real schoolboy heroes. The quick thinking and the swift action of a group of schoolboys from B.B. Cook High School is being hailed far and wide for rescuing and moving on foot Jaheim Coleman, 14, after he was beaten unconscious, allegedly by a grade 11 student for stepping on a shoe. The group consisting mainly of 3 boys who lifted the injured child and walked about 500 meters from the school through the busy town of Junction to a doctor's office last Thursday. Dejon Powell, 14, one of the 3 boys, told the news that he rushed from his classroom to assist his friend upon seeing the brutal beating by the grade 11 student. He was in the line collecting his phone. It was crowded, so he made a bad step on the boy's shoes. A few seconds after he was falling, he grabbed onto the attacker's jacket, and the boy turned around and said, "Abandon you pre," and he pushed him. Jaheim fell and the boy was stepping in his face and neck, said Powell. When I got down there, I saw everybody videoing, and we were saying, "Jaheim, wake up," and he wasn't responding. I had to move everybody out of the way and take him up, and I walked off with him, added Powell. He said 2 other students joined in assisting to move Coleman. Karian Dujan, another student with the same name, gave me a hand when we were getting closer to Junction. Nobody else offered to help us. Everybody was just asking, "What happened?" We brought him to the doctor and called his mother, Powell told the news. When we got to the doctor's office, they took off his shoes and said we have to step outside. He said Coleman became conscious at the doctor's office, giving his friends the chance to request his mother's number. When he got to talk, we asked for her number, and she came with his aunt. They then took him to the Mandeville Regional Hospital, he said. Powell explained that he became friends with Coleman from grade 7 to now being in grade 9. When I saw him on the ground, I was wondering if he was dead, because he wasn't responding. I have known him since grade 7. He doesn't give trouble. He's always giving joke. He doesn't trouble anybody. I feel so sorry and sad for him. He could have lost his life, Powell said. His father, Romaine Powell, said that the courageous action of his son and the other students was heroic. I feel good to know that he had a heart to get the youngster to the doctor. He is his friend, the father said. Coleman's aunt Tamika Holness commended the schoolboys. "It is sad when we watched the video and saw the 3 boys carrying him through the town to the doctor. It is very heartbreaking. Those boys are heroes and we want to thank them," she said. Coleman's mother, Chantel Goldburn, also expressed thanks to the schoolboys. "Thanks to everybody for their prayers and all who reached out. Most of all, thanks to the 3 children who took my son to the doctor," she said on Saturday at the Mandeville Regional Hospital. She said that following failed efforts to get a brain scan done in Mandeville, Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton informed her of arrangements, and her son was on Saturday transferred to University Hospital of the West Indies. Dr. Tufton, in a post on X, formerly Twitter, confirmed that support is being given. "This is most tragic and painful, makes me very sad. Myself and the Minister of Education have been in touch with the mother of the child and the medical teams at the Mandeville Regional and the UHWI to give necessary support," he said. Holness questioned the lack of resources at the hospital. "It is sad to know that in Mandeville there is a hospital, and just to do a brain scan all the machines are down," she said. Goldburn said she is distraught and has lost her appetite. "I keep on shaking. I haven't eaten since the incident, and I won't eat until my son can eat," she said. On Saturday, chairman of B.B. Cook High School, Setony Holness, told the news that heads are rolling at the institution following the incident. "We will be having a meeting with the security company in a view to find out how is it that something like that happened. It is placing the whole school administration in a bad light," he said. "Heads are rolling because from all indications the security company fell down and did so very badly. Monday we will be having a meeting with the company, and if we have to change them, then we will. You can't have a situation where a child was hit down in your presence and then you are going to tell us that you ran to another fight and yet the major incident was right there and you never see." As chairman of the school, "I am very upset with what happened," he said. He said the school stands by Coleman and his family. "Whatever support that he needs from the school's perspective, we are going to give it," emphasized the chairman. On Friday, head of the St. Elizabeth Police, Acting Superintendent Coleridge Minto, said the grade 11 student accused of the attack has been taken into the police for questioning by his mother. 2 18-year-olds die in Portland motorbike crash. 2 young people died as a result of injuries they sustained in a motorcycle crash on the Orange Bay Main Road in Portland on Saturday. They have been identified as 18-year-old Corey Myers and Alicia Martin, also 18. They were both from St. Margaret's Bay. About 2:20 a.m., Mr. Myers was riding the motorcycle with Miss Martin as a pillion. On reaching a section of the Orange Bay Main Road, Mr. Myers reportedly lost the control of the motorcycle and crashed into a tree. They were taken to hospital where they succumbed to their injuries. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.